Alright, guys, I know you guys is wondering how we do it with the porta potties. When you go to a festival or something, or the fair, and you have to go to a porta potty, and you wonder why it's clean and how I'm about to show you step by step from the beginning to the end how we sanitize these porta potties. Now, first, here's what you do. We come around here and we inspect the porta potty. So we look for marks, abrasions,
Graffiti.
we look for graffiti, paint,
Such.
dirt, and we walk around and we look, and we get a good eye to it.
Base of that right
So
there.
we don't want to do this all the way around. We want to make sure we pay attention to the top, you know, the crown. You know, you got to clean the crown first.
Right there. Look at that
That's
crud.
crud, a lot of dirt. Now, what we're about to do is we're about to open up. So what we're about to do is we're about to open this door and see what is beyond this door. See what you guys have left for us to clean.
Bam!
All right. Now this one is really not too bad. However, there's a lot of mud on the floor, so we have to spray it down, get it wet to determine if it's mud or if it's something else. So we have little bugs in here, and we have all this other stuff in here jumping off. So what we got to do is even though it looks clean, we got to sanitize this thing. We got to re-sanitize it. So while I'm doing this, I'm about to show you. Let's roll. We're gonna roll. Rolling. This is a bucket. This is a bucket with cleaning solution. Very powerful stuff, which means that I have to put gloves on. Very powerful gloves.
Powerful gloves.
Very powerful
What we got
gloves.
over there in that corner, matter of fact, right there?
Oh yeah, that's a little bit of carrot juice, you know, a little bit of energy drink, a little bit of tea. But
That stuff doesn't go in the bottom of the tank. I'm talking about the stuff that goes in the bottom of the tank.
well, we'll get around to it. So the first thing we want to do is before we put, look at me. The first thing we want to do before we put the soap in there is we want to use a water hose to wet it down. So we take the water hose and we aim down here and we start to wet the place down. We gotta make sure that we get the vent. We gotta get the roof a little bit. Get that up there. And then we gotta make sure that we get the urinal over here. And we gotta make sure that we get the hand sanitizer. A lot of people touch that thing with dirty hands. And then
Some of it ain't dirt.
And then we make sure we get this. All right, now we're ready to move on. What we do is we actually start. You have to step back with it. Let me do this. So now we start with the door, which means we make sure we get the handles. Always get the handles, no matter what, even if it does look clean. We get the heavy places. We wash the whole door. Sometimes we try to get away with not washing the whole door. We're supposed to wash the whole door. But we wash the whole door, and this is how we sanitize.
And we kick that bucket right there in the place.
We put the bucket right here to help keep the door open. We hit right here up to the top, over here like this, come down the sides, make sure we get every inch of this thing. Get the urinal real good, inside and out, because things drip all over the place. And people do the same thing in these porta potties, so you have to make sure you sanitize. So we're going to sanitize every place in this porta potty. Get the seat
In a timely manner.
So we got critters running around here, little bugs. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, in case this drips and stuff remains, we got to go down here and make sure we hit this. All right.
Now,
Now
how you going to take care of that floor?
No, we're going to take care of the floor afterwards. We're going to get up here in the corner. We're going to get up here in the corner.
So, a
little bit. And then now we're going to step in here. And I'm going to make sure I get the bench. See this, guys? Every inch of this thing is getting washed. Everything. Now, what we gotta do over here, and see, it's a big mess because a lot of this soap flashes around the sides.
Yeah, it does not exclude our faces.
We gotta reach in here, we gotta step in here, reach it around here, and we gotta make sure we get on the inside. Because if you guys sit down and you guys look at this, you're gonna be like, oh, it looks terrible. So we have to do every inch. But we even have to do this right here. Yeah, see? Okay. Now that we've got the whole inside in here clean except for the dirty, real dirty part. Now, here's what we do. Now, before we start, we've got to make sure we look down inside to make sure that we get in here. All the way around in here. Squish, 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 squish. Okay, that's done. Now, we're about to do the floor.
Look at that bug.
Yep,
that bug before he dies.
We got a bug. We got a bug. We got to get it. Yep. He ran over me. See, these are the dirty potties. The very one that you see me washing is the very one that you got at the end when you're at these festivals. And so we are the ones who actually make sure this thing is clean. So now, the inside is clean. So now what we do is we rinse. Step back. Make sure that we get all of the soap out. Now to come in. Oh, there's a kink. Oh.
Spot that kink right there.
All right. Now we go in here. We make sure we get the bench. We did. Get the pole. Get the shells. Get the bench. Work our way down. Get the ceiling again. Even though we didn't touch it. Get the potty. Okay.
Third time's a charm.
That's fine. Now we got to clean the floor.
Now look at that cleanness right there.
All that mud that was on here is now on. Now we got to make sure that we get in here and clean this. You already know what I'm cleaning because we're rinsing it out. All right, now that we've done the inside, it has properly been sanitized on the inside. Now what we do is we shut the door, and now we begin to do the outside to make sure that there's no visible marks on here. This is where we get to cheat at if we can, because if there's no marks, we can just kind of like graze over and sanitize this thing. But however, I will do the whole door. I will do the whole thing in a matter of minutes. Now that the front is done, now we're going to the side. Start at the crown, we do the bench. We make sure we get the side.
Nine and a half minutes in.
With the crown.
Got the jams going in the background, you were saying. Mailman. rows and rows of porta potties.
We start with the crown again. This is the fourth side. It's a very powerful solution. It cleans on contact. Now that we're done, now what we're about to do is, now we're about to rinse it. And then right after we rinse this, we're going to do what you call a dress up, which means we go back inside and we re-sanitize with clean toilet paper, the blue soap that we actually put down inside where you guys smell and you guys see that kills the smell of your nasty stuff that you leave behind.
How does this pause? How does it pause?
Don't pause it. We're almost done.
No, we've been here 11 minutes.
It's alright, it don't matter. Back to where we started from, the front. And boy, if you guys like to play with water, this is a great job. We got one more side here. I wouldn't do it, but now you can eat a meal off this thing, but I wouldn't do it. So now, what we have to do is now we take a special key, and we go right up here with this special key, and we check the hand sanitizer to make sure it's full. And it is full, so we don't have to change it. Shut it back. Now what we have to do is, there's some blue soap we got to stick in there, and there's toilet paper we have to replace. And I'm about to show you right now what we do. Let's go. We take just a little bit of this stuff because it works, it's very powerful. And it kills the smell of so much stuff that you will not believe. But I'm not going to be graphic with it. I'll let you have an imagination.
I was thinking about being graphic. Did a couple numbers in one of these.
Okay, that's it for that. Now, what we do is now we mix a little bit of water with it. So we fill it up with water. You look down in there, and it'll look down in there. It's filling up to a certain limit. And as you see, even though it's a simple job, it's easy, it is very time consuming because now we're actually going on 15 minutes to make sure this porta potty is sanitized. We have one more step and this thing is ready to be shipped out to the next event. A little bit more water in here. That's good. So now we have to, so now we have to get the toilet paper. Now what we do is we make sure we put brand new rolls in every one. So I take my gloves off and I walk to the new box. And I get 3 brand new toilet paper rolls. Follow me. This is what we do. Now we can aim it down here. See how we put it in. We put all the toilet paper in. We slide it through the slot right here, and we have a lock right here that we actually lock on here, so no one can actually take the hose. So now what we have, people, is we have a porta potty that's been properly sanitized, and it's ready to go out to an event. Now we have to recap. Now what I normally do, is I let the guy know that he can come and pick this up, because I normally slide it back away from the rest of them. That's good to go. Now, thank you for watching this, and
Directing.
here is the cameraman that was directing. So we do all of the dirty work around here, and we make sure that these porta potties are properly sanitized and ready for your use and your disposal. So now what I'm about to do is we're about to conclude this video and finish doing these. We wanted to show you guys how we do it. So
look at this dirty one, ready to go.
Yep, our next one. It's the next one right here. So we're about to do. And before I close out, I will close out with Christian here beginning his next porta potty. He's about to start the cleaning. This is Christian. And as you can see, he's using sort of like the same method that I was using. Is you start from the top and you work your way down. And you see, he's cleaning every inch of it. Yes, a little piece of red tape, he has to make sure that's off.
All in the face, splattered.
Yes.
That's splattered. Ah.
And this concludes our video with Mr. Christian.
Now let me hit the inside first.
Okay, he's going to finish the outside later. He just wants to show you the filth and dirt that goes on.
That's what he was talking about, this highly effective soap. See that stain right there on that door?
Hold on, let me get a close up.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's okay.
Well, right here.
All that dirt is now disappearing.
I like to soap it up first and let it sit while I hit the others and then come back and spray it right off.
Right. So thanks for watching this video, and catch you guys the next time. And we out, big baby.